Hi everybody. I'm delighted today to be joined by the lovely Claire from Treehouse Social. Hi there, Claire.
Hello, hi Sarah.
So tell us, Treehouse Social, what's that all about?
Treehouse Social is a virtual space for small businesses to learn all about social media. So I run the business from my treehouse in Kenilworth in Warwickshire, but I can work with any business across the country due to the nature of the work. And the idea is I help small businesses to increase their visibility using social media.
That's fantastic. And I love that you work for a treehouse. I love that.
Sunny treehouse today.
So as a small business owner myself, I find social media can be quite a scary and a daunting place to operate. So do you find that that's fairly common?
I do. I find that's very common. And I think there's a big difference between using social media as a person for your own personal account and using it from a business point of view. Obviously, different skills, different functionality, and it's coming at it from a different angle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's a good point. If your first sort of meeting with a new client, say, or somebody who's thinking, I need some help with social media, what would be your sort of first steps into helping them?
My first step would be identifying who their clients are and who they are trying to reach, and therefore looking at where those clients are on social media. As you know yourself, there's so many platforms and it can seem overwhelming that you need to be on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and everyone says that there's a new platform, you must join it. But if your audience aren't on there, well then you can kind of wasting your time and talking to nobody. So the first thing is to work out where your audience are on social media.
Oh yeah, good point. That's great. Thank you. And do you find that often people are not operating in the right space, or?
I think it's a real mixture. People have a love or hate relationship with social media. I think we all do that, don't we? We all go through moments where you think it's brilliant and then the next minute no one likes your comments, or you put a post out and it crashes. I think it's just evolving as social media changes. There's new algorithms, there's new platforms, there's new ways of working. It's really hard for small businesses to keep up with the changes when they're trying to do the job they're trying to do. And that's where I can come in and keep people updated with all the new changes.
Yeah, fantastic. Because I think, like you said, so many things change and really fast that we're too busy focusing on our own businesses that we can't also focus or even understand what the social media changes are and if they affect us and how they affect us. So how would I come to you? Would I come on a one-to-one basis or in a group, or how do you operate?
So at the moment, I offer on a one-to-one basis. So I can do audits where I look at what you're posting at the moment and review what's working, what's not working, and then give you recommendations on how you can improve these. I also offer a strategy, looking at your business, breaking it right the way down into who you're targeting, influencers, the types of content. Or I am looking at doing workshops later this year in a group setting.
Oh, fabulous. That's great. And obviously you're so knowledgeable about social media. Is it something you've always had an interest in? How long have you been running a business for?
My actual business is coming up to its first year.
How exciting.
I retrained with a company called Digital Mums. I retrained 3 years ago with them. They offer a 6-month intensive course in social media for mums who have the time and the capability to work flexibly and help small businesses. But prior to that, I've always used social media, helping with the school PTA pages, running Facebook pages. So I've always had a keen interest in it, and then realised that actually I could use this to help other businesses and use it for employment.
Fantastic. What gave you the sort of, apart from your interest, what made you think, actually, I'm going to go for it and run a business? Because it's quite a daunting thing to do in itself, isn't it, really?
It is, and I still question that some days. I think it was a case of just I have to give it a go. I did the course 3 years ago. I had a full-time job up until December last year, and I tried to run the day job and doing this in the evening. And then January last year, I decided, no, I would give this a go and throw everything I have at it, really.
Fantastic, well done. It's great that you've reached your 1 year milestone, because many new businesses don't, and so that's a fabulous achievement in itself, isn't it? So well done. And a little birdie told me that you're up for an award.
I am, yeah.
Well done. Tell us a little bit about that.
So my little treehouse has been nominated for Startup Business of the Year award, which is in the Kenilworth Worthy. So it's a local town awards recognising businesses, people and community groups. So I'm in a really difficult category. There's a lot of stiff competition, but I am truly honoured to be nominated and have my name and my business with some big businesses. Absolutely,
and very well deserved. And you know, what a great accolade to have been nominated. That's brilliant. So yeah, fingers crossed for that one.
Yes.
So what's the future holding for Treehouse Social? You did mention workshops coming later this year. How do you see yourself?
Yes, I am looking at doing workshops, maybe some content idea workshops, because I think businesses struggle with coming up with content ideas for the future, and helping people to put together their own strategy and working directly with businesses. But it's a constant learning curve for me within social media. As you're aware, there's changes all the time. So as well as looking after clients on my own platforms, I need to make sure I'm staying on top of my game, really.
Yes, well, we all come to you for the, for the latest updates and that, don't we? So it's great that you do.
Yes, that's part of the job, really, and is that social media is constantly changing.
Absolutely. So if you were to meet somebody who's thinking of going into running their own business, what piece of advice would you give them, do you think, having completed your first year?
I would say the most important thing, I think, is finding a group of people, of supportive people who understand what it's like to be self-employed. Everything else you can Google. You can Google tax returns, you can Google everything else. Yeah. But having real life people supporting you, joining a supportive network, I just think has been invaluable.
Great advice. I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with you there. I think the self-employed world can be lonely. I mean, you obviously are seeing people because you're seeing clients and the like, but in terms of the nitty-gritty daily stuff, it's have those like minds around, isn't it? So,
and it's the highs and the lows. I don't think I'd anticipated quite how high the highs are, but also quite how low the lows are.
Yes.
And having a supportive network of people who understand and how quickly that can change. You can go from one day it being brilliant and the next day you're struggling, and having a supportive network, I just think has been crucial.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. Oh, Claire, it's been lovely chatting to you. Thank you for taking the time. And your contact details will pop up on the screen in a mo. So anybody wanting to get in touch with you will have all the details they need. So once again, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sarah. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.